Hey everybody, welcome to Counselor Connection again. Hey, I want to take just a few moments today. And again, if you didn't hear it, welcome Dr. Ogier, Counselor Connection. Pretty excited about today's message because remember I was shooting basketballs a few weeks ago. And I told you how important it is to get to your goal to be successful. Well, today I'm going to actually show you how to do that, or a perspective of how to do that. You're going to see how much effort it actually takes to be successful. It's going to surprise you. So let's just kind of quickly move along. Some fun facts for you to know. Did you know there are 168 hours in a week? Well, in a month, that roughly adds up to 728 hours in a month. And the big bam boom one is there are 8,736 hours in a year. Well, where does your time get spent? And we can kind of figure this stuff out. In fact, the numbers I'm going to show you right now, these are pretty good estimates, and they could be off some hours here and there, but not a huge amount. So let's just look at those 8,736 hours. 1,260 of your hours is spent here at school. I'm hearing some of the boos out there. That seems like a lot, but I'm going to show you how much time is actually spent in school throughout your whole year. Look at sleep. You spend 3,285 hours roughly a year sleeping. And really, being in 4th and 5th grade, you should sleep anywhere from 8.5 to 10 hours of sleep a night. So I roughly average 9 hours of sleep a night times 365 days. And there's where you get to 3,285 hours per year sleeping. Take a look at those top two numbers. You spend more than double and almost triple your time sleeping compared to what you do here at school. Think about that. I know many of you think your school day is long and it gets too much, and yet it's a third or almost a third of what you spend sleeping in your year. You roughly spend 365 hours getting ready for school, taking a shower, bathing. By the way, a quick point needs to be made. In 4th and 5th grade, you should be showering or bathing at least every other day, if not every day. Don't forget to brush your teeth, deodorant, very important, and clean clothes. So you should be doing that, and that usually takes about an hour a day to do those things. You roughly spend or most kids in 4th and 5th grade, if you have chores, 182 hours a year doing chores. Some of you don't do chores, but it estimates to be 182 hours of doing chores. Homework, yeah, I can hear some of the boos already. 144 hours a year doing homework. Really, we're looking at 40 minutes a night if you are in 4th grade. But really, it's not every night of the week. On weekends, typically you don't have homework. And usually, during your school week, it's only 4 nights a week. Sometimes your teachers will give you your full weeks of homework on Monday, and you have till Thursday. I know in many of your ELA classes, you are to read 20 minutes a night. And all that is included here. It equals out to be 144 hours of homework per year. And then the last one, roughly 3,500 hours of your time. And your time is going to feel like you could sit and watch TV, video games. Maybe some of you play sports or in extracurricular things like singing lessons, karate, other stuff. You might actually feel bored during some of this time because you just don't have anything to do. You're not in school, you're at home, you're sitting in your room, and you're just kind of bored. But it's your time. Many of you kids like to read during your time as well. So 3,500 hours you spend reading. So what does all this look like? You know, when we said you're in school 1,260 hours, in your whole year, that consists of 14.4% of your time is at school. Now, when you look at it like this as a pie chart, 14% is not that much. So when we ask you to be responsible, when we ask you to reach above and beyond, This is what we're talking about. Just 14% of your time. Give max effort. And you know what max effort looks like. For those of you who play sports, for those of you who play Minecraft or video games, you go full effort. Do that. If you do that during this 14.4% of your time, you will be successful in life. And for some of you, doing that at school is a little harder than others. Maybe school doesn't come easy to you. But some good news for that. Research shows that kids who struggle at school many times thrive in the real world. So don't give up. Keep pushing, keep persevering, do what you can. It's only 14.4% of your time in your whole year. So reach, go, you can do it. I've often thought I would love to give students a gift. And my gift that I would like to give students is, and I'm not going to do it, but it'd be a gift, would be that all students don't have homework. Now I hear some of the teachers booing at me. But, you know, if I could give students a gift, you know, I almost wish that homework wasn't there. I value homework. I think homework is cool. It shows kids that you need to keep progressing in your learning. But let's look at what homework is. That's how small homework is. Homework consists of 1.6% of your time in the whole school year. And yet some of you kids are not taking the time to do your homework. 1.6% of your time. It's not a huge number, especially when you look at the full year. It's so small that it's barely noticeable. And yet a lot of students will not do homework or take longer than what they should to do homework because they don't feel like doing it. But it is so small. In fact, let's take a full picture of what your year looks like. We have school, 14.4%. Sleep is 37.6% of your time. By the way, if you live to be 100 years old, according to this, and in reality, this is pretty much how it is, you're going to sleep 37 years. Now, as you get older, you sleep less. But on average, if a human lives to be 100 years old, they sleep 33 years of their life. That's how important sleep is. So, sleep, 37.6%. Responsibilities, getting up, brushing your teeth, bathing, stuff like that, takes 4.2% of your year. Chores, 2.1%. Your time is the biggest one, a little over 40% of the time. And then homework up there at 1.6% of the time. I'm showing this because I want you to see that for kids, when you are not doing the best you can in your school and your homework, many times your parents will ground you. Many times your parents will take away this 40% of your time. You'll be stuck in your room. They'll take away your video games. You won't be able to play sports or other extracurricular activities. You need to be successful during that 14.4% and 1.6% of your time. When you do that, all of this, the 40.1%, is given to you. If you aren't successful in those smaller times, or the school or the homework, many times this is taken away. Let me show you what would happen if you did not have homework. Or, for those of you who do not do chores, this is what it looks like. It's very little difference. In fact, when you look at numbers and math and percentages, you would not even feel, you wouldn't even notice that you have extra time because it's such a small fraction. If it was added on to, if you had more time. In fact, you go from 40.1% to 41.7, 43.8%.
Kevin, if you have a minute, could you come?
Sorry, Tom. you would go from 40.1% of your time to just a shade under, or just right around 43% of your time. You wouldn't even feel it. You honestly would not feel it. So again, very important that when your parents ask you to do your chores, you just do them. You get them done. You do them right. Here at school, very important for that 14.4% of your time that you give all you have. I'm going to show you in the next video or pretty soon that during that school time, you probably actually enjoy being at school. Maybe not like you would playing video games or sports or singing or reading, but it's not as bad as some of you may think. And then homework, very important, you just do it. It's so small that it's worth your effort, and what's given to you because of succeeding at school and homework and your chores is that 40.1% of the time. The world works this way. When you're successful at the things that you're supposed to do, your time becomes actually your time, and you get to do that. When you are not successful during those things that you're supposed to do, many times that blue, your time will be taken away from you. So ponder those things. All right, have a good day, guys and girls. Thank you.